Hello.
Hello, everyone. Hello, you. Hello, love. How are you doing?
Hello, not bad. Hello, everyone listening.
We were just saying that we might go into slightly shorter episodes, so you get more for your buck, basically. Because
that sounds like a typical capitalist paradox, doesn't it? That's like the more you spend, the more you save. With shorter episodes, you get more.
No, well, just because we're hopeless at releasing them, or me making them and editing them in time to release one, so you probably get one every 2 months. Whereas maybe if we make it slightly shorter, we could do more. He's lost interest. He's gone off into a book. He's got his government gateway ID in front of me. I'm ready to take a picture of that.
It's the good luck with it. I'm having no, it's my notes, darling.
Right. What you got, Doc?
Taking Viagra for masturbation. Yes, that was an issue.
That was one of your topics. What, for you?
Well, in general, not necessarily for me.
But is it for you?
Well, what do you mean, is it for me?
Have you done that?
Do you mean, have I done? No.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
No, but I can imagine I might one day for if I wanted to ensure a good afternoon
this
or
is going in the bin.
evenings.
Can you try just your best to get near the fucking microphone
What?
once in your life?
Fucking hell.
God
With
almighty.
the technology these days. Why don't you get one of those ones that you pin on your shirt?
Why don't you buy some and bring them?
I've got one, actually.
Right.
Well, my brother got it me about 6 years ago. I don't think
Go on then, buy some lapel mics on Amazon and bring them next time.
Well, I've got one. I mean, you
that's
seem to manage all right with
that. That's because I'm not an idiot.
Well,
so I can manage to sit in front of a microphone making a noise.
Couldn't you just plug in? Why don't you get one of those overhead ones?
That is an overhead one.
But like on a boom with the big furry thing on it. But instead of, obviously, you wouldn't have to have somebody standing there.
Why don't you get it?
You could just have a big, I'll get it. But you could have a big stand and it'd be over it, like in a film. And then we could just, and you wouldn't have to worry about getting it into shot because we're purely an audio medium.
Luckily, can you imagine anyone sitting watching this shit?
I don't know.
Right, taking Viagra for masturbation. No, let's start somewhere else. Come on.
Yes, well, I wanted to talk about because last time it was we did discuss Christmas, wasn't it? Well, no, that was the one before last.
Yeah, Valentine's. Easter today. Easter Monday, folks.
Easter, of course, Easter. There have been other days of celebration.
Oestra.
Oestra, hence estrogen. And who was Oestra?
Some pagan goddess.
Specifically the
of fertility, I'm assuming.
Fertility, and the May Queen is a modern version of that. And it just so happened that when the Christians were converting or reconverting Britain, I suppose. Well, and the other places.
Yeah.
Well, you had Romans, everywhere, and with all their gods and a bit of that, and then Christianity, we're all Christians now, right, none of those old gods, Jesus, Constantine, yes, right, this is from the top, Duck, yes, it's top down, but we're hoping to make it a grassroots movement as well, and then next thing you know, Romans buggered off. We're getting invaded by Germans. Oh dear. Oh heck. Oh dear. They're trashing the churches. Oh dear. Let's bugger off to the hills. And so on. And then they're settling down. Christianity back. Let's do a bit of that. And it just so happened that Easter,
yes,
coincided with it is a specific date. It was all worked out.
Right, it's a movable feast now, isn't it?
Passover. Well, it's movable because it's an exact feast. It's to do with Passover. What are you looking it up on your phone?
Oh, my fuck.
What you do? Oh, what? You're just texting a.
Big snooze.
Just texting a mate, are you?
I was did a concert at Derby Cathedral many moons ago. Took my kids' choir there, one of whom was autistic, and someone at the front did that.
Sneezed?
Yeah, and he went really loudly, "Big sneeze!" It was fun.
Did it echo around?
Yes,
around the church?
it reverberated around the cathedral.
Oh.
Right, Easter. Yes. What's your point?
What's my point? Well, I don't know. It is a time. I mean, we could. I hadn't got anything prepared on.
Oh, I thought you were
Easter.
building up to something. You said last time we were talking about Valentine's Day. So
Yes.
this time, let's.
Well, and of course we for young children. Now, where was I?
Oh, God Almighty!
What?
Our listening public deserves better than this. Both of them.
No, they don't.
He's got 3 notebooks, folks. They're all black.
Yeah. Oh, and that's significant, is it?
Well, just because you're struggling to find what your notes are, so they all look the same.
No, I've got them here, and I'm just now starting
Next to the Scrabble score.
I'm just now starting to wonder. Oh, surely I haven't brought the wrong one.
You dickhead.
I'm gonna
You're gonna have to busk it.
I'm gonna have to improvise.
Oh no, I'll improvise.
Blacks are people. People are blacks.
What? What's that?
That was a bit of logic.
Why does that need stating?
Superstition is physical, practical difficulty.
Oh God.
Ah, yes. Here we are. Well, since
We're on the good stuff, folks. Strap in.
As we did this sort of one that was just before Christmas.
Yeah.
That was a bit Christmassy.
It was a bit Christmassy, yeah.
And then what was the Valentine?
Yeah.
Valentine, when we were Valentine's. Then it was Mother's Day, but we
missed that one, didn't we?
Missed that one. But being as we don't, these don't go straight to air. do
Very
they?
much so. Very much not.
There is a process.
Yeah.
But of course, recently we've had St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
On the day on which Ireland, Irishness, the Irish identity,
Yep.
is celebrated.
Yep.
Top of the morning to you. Get out of my country, bless me, Father, for I have sinned. Check out my lyrical eloquence and wit. I'm off to America. And now we are sort of roughly halfway between, slightly over halfway between St. Patrick's Day and
St. George's.
St. George's Day.
Shakespeare's birthday.
Which is the
23rd.
of...
Fucking April, I'm assuming.
Yes. Hello, I say it's a warm sunny day for midsummer, isn't it? Quick, repress that emotion. I say, where did this empire come from? Bloody foreigners, nice cup of tea, country's going to the dogs. I say, where did that empire go? At least we stood up to Hitler. Not forgetting, it's a while yet.
Oh, you're proper prepared.
I don't know what you mean. For St. Andrew's Day.
Oh, yes.
Okay, the new, we invented everything. Braveheart was factually accurate. Connery was the best Bond. You soft, soppy, feeble, flabby, weak-kneed, lily-livered, useless, ineffectual English sissies, stop oppressing us. And who could forget?
This is like a State of the Nation address, isn't it?
We often do forget them, let's face it, in these discussions.
Forget who?
St. David's Day.
Oh, the Welsh.
St. David's Day, the Welsh. Don't be fooled by the lack of an armed resistance movement and our apparently friendly nature. We're playing a long game. We saw those Roman bastards off and we'll see you off to Yakida.
Yakida, I've never heard that. I mean, most saints are probably a bit sort of...
Well, St. George, as Billy Bragg reminds us in his...
isn't even English.
Noted song.
Yeah.
What's it called? Half English?
England, half English. Yeah.
England, half English. And St. George was born in the Lebanon.
Yeah. He was.
How he got here, I don't know. I'm not even sure if that's... because I've also heard Palestine.
Oh, okay.
St. George. And a few other countries have him as their patron saint. Don't know where the dragon came into it.
Perhaps that was a metaphorical dragon. I'm assuming it was a metaphorical... Well, it must have been a metaphorical dragon.
No, it was a real... It really was a real dragon in reality.
Yeah, fair enough. But you know what I mean? It was like, I'm assuming about the tyrant or whatever, or turning everyone to Christianity. I think that's what he did, wasn't it?
And something like, wasn't it, St. Patrick supposedly drove all the serpents out of Ireland.
Yes, that was good of him. Bollocks.
But, introduced Christianity.
Yeah.
Although, thing about St. Patrick, he was British.
Was he?
Well, a Romanised Briton.
Oh, right.
So a Celt of some kind.
All right,
But according to the story, he'd been captured and enslaved by the Irish, and he was.
I'm believing you.
This is a story.
I'm struggling to see why he's therefore the patron saint of Ireland if he was enslaved by the Irish.
This is the story. I mean, it's not. I mean, apart from the serpent's bit, allegorical, but he was captured in a skirmish, raiding war. It was all going on. Everybody did it, and so he was enslaved and taken over to Ireland. But presumably, wasn't treated too badly. Then he escaped, or maybe it was a slave exchange, or
he must have been treated really well.
A prisoner, something. Well, for a slave in the early centuries AD or CE. And he, they went back to England. Then I think he was converted to Christianity because it was when England.
Right, yeah.
So
anything to get him out of captivity.
So he thought it was his duty. No, I think he went back to England.
I see.
And then grew up and got a job. Maybe settled down with a wife and family. Don't know what his job was.
He was a trencher maker.
Those plates?
Those wooden plates that they used to eat off.
Wooden plates. Maybe it was.
And somehow, for some reason, they're back, aren't they? We have them in pubs, don't you? You get a fucking slab of wood with your burger on it and some chips. You're like, what's this?
Well, I suppose it's more...
More what? Saves washing up?
Environmentally friendly.
Not really. It's made of trees.
But I mean...
It's not, porcelain isn't made of trees, is it?
If they were going to be... Yeah, but I don't know, there's probably more burning involved in the making of porcelain, isn't there? Well, what is it made of? What, in China?
Yeah.
Is it?
It's all types of clay, isn't it?
Is it?
Pottery, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but that means it's a pot, doesn't it?
No. Well, yes. But pottery is...
You could have a wooden pot.
Is the art of... No.
An iron pot?
Surely pottery is sculpting clay into various different shapes. It's not just making a pot, is it?
Well, maybe they should think of another name for it.
Yeah, well, possibly will. Yeah.
You meant to keep splashing water on it, don't you?
You do, to keep it moist.
Keep it wet.
Yeah.
And you've got your foot's going.
Yep.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it. Yeah.
To keep it going round and round.
Yeah.
Doesn't it come in that film Ghost?
Yeah, I was about to start singing Unchained Melody as you mime stroking this pot in front of me.
I've never seen.
He's sculpting what looks like a rather thin vase. Everyone, just so you know.
I've never seen that film.
Never seen Ghost? Of course you haven't. It's popular.
Oh, and I don't like anything popular.
You don't?
I mean, I'd never watch The Simpsons, for example. Sorry, does not compute. Error in
Ghost.
Paradox.
Yeah, it's all right. It's a good film.
Is it? Do you think I'd like it?
No, of course you wouldn't.
Well, it's romance. It's romance.
Yeah,
isn't it?
Other people like it.
American romance.
Yeah, you won't.
Which usually strikes me as about as romantic as a football match.
Patron saints for things.
Patron saints.
They're a bit weird, aren't they?
Weird in what sense? What do you mean by weird, Dave?
Well, who's the patron saint of lost causes? There is one.
Yes.
But yeah, there's like saints for everything, isn't there?
Well, yes, lost causes, lost things.
Who's the saint of the theatre? We know nothing.
Don't know. Well, this tends to be something that if you've had a Roman Catholic upbringing, you probably...
You can sort of reel these off.
Because now, hang on.
Genesius, apparently.
Genesius. Shit, sit down. There's Jenna. Genesius. Crouch down behind car. No let Jenna see us. That's lost causes?
No, that's theatre.
Oh, theatre.
Saint of lost causes.
Do you now surely?
I think we should get one for us.
Now, do Roman Catholics surely do they pray to saints? Yes,
no,
they talk about
pray to God.
No, but don't they pray to saints?
What do we know? Why are we even talking about this?
Surely among a rich man's planted hills. No, Yeats.
The rich man in his castle, the poor man at his gate.
God made them high or lowly and ordered their estate.
Yeah, quite. That's a good moral, isn't it? God made you rich out and poor, so it's your own. It's God's fault.
So no
redistributive taxation
around here.
Yeah,
'Tis against the will of God.
Indeed.
Be gone.
Yes, I wonder who invented that bit.
Well,
could it be the rich people? Could it possibly be Benjamin? Yes.
what's that?
It's from Joseph.
Oh.
His amazing Technicolor
Hello,
Dreamcoat when they go into that sort of racist calypso moment.
Is it racist? Or they
Oh
don't,
no,
they
not
don't-
the.
Oh,
They
yeah.
do the accents.
They start doing
you gonna accuse him
Jamaican
is a mystery. Fucking awful show.
Oh, it's got some catchy numbers, hasn't it?
Yeah, but
Got to hand it to. I mean, calling
some
him
of it's bloody awful.
Calling him a composer is a bit
Yeah, a bit much.
of a stretch.
Yeah.
But he could, so he did some catchy
He writes some
pop
tunes,
numbers, didn't he?
Yeah, but Christ. Unless they suddenly go into that French number, don't they? Those Canaan days we used to know. Do you remember? They go, where dear they go. It's like on an accordion. It's like sort of mad fantasy. And the cowboy song. There's one more angel.
Oh, one more
in
angel in
heaven.
heaven. There's one. I didn't know it was a cowboy. I suppose he was.
They just go into cowboy
He
stuff.
was quite. I suppose he's quite a good pasticheur.
Yeah.
Pasticheur of stars. Because you got the
Herod's jazzy number.
the Pharaoh number.
Oh, yeah. Potiphar.
Yeah. Well, I was wandering.
Oh, yeah. God, Oh, God. Such a bad show. Oh, such a terrible show.
Ah.
It's awful.
But for your Elvis fans, it's all right.
Well, that bit
what,
is.
and
The rest of it.
Herod's, what if you
Well,
are the Christ?
yes, the great Jesus Christ. Oh, that man, Andrew Lloyd Webber, he's done well on not very much.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he put in the hours.
Well, his dad was a fucking famous composer already.
Not that famous. was
Famous enough, they were bloody rich.
it? Oh well. I don't know.
Not that I'm bitter.
I feel I've wasted a lot of time hating Andrew Lloyd Webber. Not time, energy. Not that I've been obsessive about it.
No.
Don't have a dartboard with his face on
I
it or
mean,
anything.
yeah, what's his best work? Jesus Christ Superstar? Evita?
I would say the ones I like, the ones with the tunes that I do find catchy, it would be Joseph and Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ Superstar. I think he went south after Jesus Christ Superstar, personally.
And I suppose.
Don't you get me wrong?
And then Evita, I mean, it's just the subject matters. So
Yeah, fascist dictator.
fascist dictator's wife.
Yeah, lovely.
Great.
Yeah, lovely woman.
Don't cry for me, Argentina.
We let in the Nazis fleeing in Germany. We hit Mengele down the road.
Aren't we lovely? It's so tragic, I'm dying. My husband probably. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, God.
No, but
Yes, no sympathy for her at all. God
my
almighty.
my shirtless ones.
Yes, she could have fucking given him a shirt, couldn't she?
Let's have some liberal parliamentary representative democracy, Doc.
Yeah, never mind. What's new in Buenos
No,
Aires?
that is not our way. It paves the way for demagogues. 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 Let's conquer honestly with guns.
Demagogues.
No, down with demagogues.
Demagogues.
It's not fair that you have
This is
power.
turning to let's
Just-
get physical. Down with demagogues. Demagogues.
It's not fair that you have power just because you're good at saying words. You should have power because you're beautiful like
Eyes,
me.
hair, fingers, lips. Whatever that song that just sort of lists her physical attributes.
Is that in
Rainbow High, when they're sort of tarting her up to make her presentable.
I've never seen that whole
Eyes,
thing.
hair, lips, fingers.
Pancreas. The piece of skin at the nape of the neck.
Yeah. The depressing thing is we can call these songs to mind. Yeah.
Your loathing of the musical Grease is an interesting topic.
Why is it? It's obvious why I hate it.
Well,
I don't know why you don't hate it.
Well, I suppose it's partly nostalgia.
All the characters in it are the people that would have picked on you at school.
No.
Yes, they are.
They're too.
They're the popular kids.
They're too unreal for that.
They're not.
It's
And
a
they pick on
parody
Eugene.
of- Yeah. I'm not
They're
saying-
horrible.
Well, yes, but they're not.
And then the moral of the story is conform.
No, not really.
Tis.
Well, no, he's changed himself for
He
her.
hasn't changed at all.
He has. He's going to be.
Has he fucked?
He's going to be a respectable. He's there in his college type jersey.
Well, that don't mean he's changed.
It does, and he tries to change for her. He tries to become a jock.
He's already is a jock.
No, he's not. He's a rebel.
He's not though, is he? He's just a popular kid.
Well, yeah, but he
in school. He wants to go to a different set of popular kids. But he's not changed at all. But she starts quite nice and then ends up going, "Tell me about it, stud," in leather pants. That's why you like it.
I think it's sort of silky material, isn't it, rather than leather?
I don't know. Well, I've not studied it in as much depth, perhaps, as I should have done. But yeah, it's awful.
But they've both sort of changed a bit for each other.
They haven't.
They haven't.
And they shouldn't.
And she's in control at the end. She's very strong.
Is she fuck?
As a woman, she's there. She's saying,
"Look at me, I'm a sex object now. I did have a brain 5 minutes ago, but now."
I think you're sort of trying to categorise her in. You're saying she has to be either, a virgin or a whore.
I'm not. I'm just saying she shouldn't change.
Whereas. Maybe she wants to.
There's a theory, isn't there, that actually she died.
Oh, that
she drowned, and the whole thing's a dream.
That they both died.
Yeah,
didn't it?
And that's why the car's flying at the end.
And that's why the car flies at the end. I believe a new film is in production or development. What a prequel.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I think it's going to be called Summer Lovin'.
Oh God.
And apparently that has excited some of the Greece conspiracy theorists.
It's not excited me.
Are they going to
drown at the end of it?
Are they going to tell the truth?
I'll go and see that. If they drown at the end of it, I'll go and watch. Oh, it's awful.
Oh, Grease 2.
Fuck it, I've never seen
that. Is
it's like got Michelle Pfeiffer in it.
Truly appalling. I think she might be actually. I think it might have been her first or one of her first big roles.
Yeah.
Oh, that really is appalling. But I've got quite a soft spot.
What happens
for
in
it as well? Well, I think it's meant to be a year late, the following academic year.
Yeah, because the academic side of it was really important. Yeah,
and I think the only one of the kids who's still there is Frenchie,
who was already 20 years older than everyone else.
No, she
no,
was.
No, which was the one who played
Carol
Rizzo.
Rizzo she was only 33. And there she is. She said, when people are talking about her because she did it with a guy, and she might be having a baby, and it's terrible. And she sings that there are worse things I could do.
It's not in the original musical.
Is it?
It's not. No.
Well, it's in the film.
And nor is You're the One That I Want. Nor is Sandy.
Well, they're all in the film. Sorry, I don't know what point you're trying to make with this.
Well, they probably wrote it and thought, we better have a sing-a-song here.
Well, yeah, it's I wouldn't say a great song, but yeah, there are worse things I could do, in which she seems to be saying that cock teasing would be, that's a thing I'd never do, flirt with a guy and not go through with it, which seems to be
not a great moral, is it?
Around issues of consent, I think perhaps it could do with some. And
isn't it sort of directed at Sandy, like to end up like you or whatever?
No,
I think it is.
Well, aren't you getting mixed up with Look at Me, I'm Sandra Dee?
No, don't think so.
I don't know.
I'll look up the lyrics.
Look at me, I'm Sandra Dee.
It's awful. Bullying in a song.
Won't go to bed till I'm legally wed.
What a fucking frigid bitch. Not going to bed till she's legally wed. Oh, God. I hate her.
But they've taken her in as a friend, haven't they?
Yeah, and then they slag her off because she doesn't want to sleep with everybody. Like a bunch of strumpets.
Yeah, but if they did, they don't really want to.
Oh, I see. There's subtext, is there?
Well, they're trapped in this.
But to cry in front of you, yeah, that's what she says.
To cry in front of you.
That's the worst thing I could do. Because she hates Sandy so much.
And is that directed at Sandy?
Yeah.
Well, she's learning, about herself.
Right, stop. Because you're just trying to annoy me now.
She knows that she would cry in front of Sandy, and and that she's aware of that vulnerability.
It's rubbish.
And she's Rizzo, the tough.
The thing that annoys me the most about it is its popularity in schools. Schools who spend thousands of pounds on anti-bullying awareness and campaigns all year, and then put on a show which is basically people bullying each other, and then they get away with it and win.
They're not really.
They are. They're horrible.
They're not horrible.
They are.
Horrible. All right. Thingy could. Who's the geek? The nerd.
Eugene.
Eugene. He could. Yes. He
That is you at school
deserved,
and me.
It's not. I was a bit.
Oh, you were clinging on to the popular kids.
No, I was weirder. I wasn't academically brilliant enough to be the geek, really. I had a good go though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when I discovered the Smiths and things, that gave me a different. In a way, that was me. That was my Sandy moment. You know, when I turned up at school in my cardigan, quiff, and NHS
I've
glasses.
got chills, they're multiplying. I've got on my list, Will.
What list?
My shopping list, you twat.
Oh,
What
no,
list do you
what
think?
list?
Attraction to contempt.
Don't let the light in on the magic.
Attraction to contempt.
What about it?
You are quite attracted to people who are contemptuous. What was that? It was like Chewbacca appeared.
I was just starting to say. Not really.
You are.
Contempt.
Remember that Bananarama video?
Oh, that is hot as
Go on and explain why.
That is hot as a branding iron.
I mean, bear in mind, I've seen it. It is so non-eventful.
It's the video to their version of the song Venus. Yeah, da 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 da. Yeah, but she's got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Venus.
Yeah, baby, she's got it. You're the fire. Your desire.
You really don't know the lyrics to any song, do you?
What is it? I'm the higher.
I'm your Venus.
I'm your Venus. I'm your fire.
Your desire.
And at one, I think it's the first time they do that. That your desire. The three of them standing there, and one of them just does this sort of move. She sort of turns away and just sticks her bejeaned arse rather contemptuously towards the camera, just a bit, just as though to say, kiss my ass. That's
which you find attractive, really hot for some reason.
It's I don't know.
What?
The thrill of the chase, or
what? Why do you want to chase someone who's contemptuous of you?
Well, it'll be all the nicer when they realise
that you're what? You don't deserve contempt. They don't seem like a nice person if they're being contemptuous, surely.
Oh, they're not really. It's like Billie Eilish and her duh.
Which she's being contemptuous, yeah.
Duh.
So what is it about that you find attractive? You fucking weirdo.
I don't know. I mean, I don't in real life. I don't.
Yeah, what do you mean in real life?
Well, real actual people who
being contemptuous,
who show me contempt.
Yeah.
I don't. It turns me off.
Right.
I don't fantasy.
What about Viking Hat? She was pretty contemptuous.
Oh, she wasn't contemptuous. She was just moody and troubled with philosophical angst, and
that's the kind of woman I crave.
Oh, and the way she'd slope along, slightly slouched in her black denim jacket, her short, scruffy black hair. Probably. Oh, what she was trying to express in those photographs. The photography of despair.
Yeah, you like that sort, don't you?
Again, not in
too much Eric fucking Roma, mate. I reckon.
Again, not in real life.
Shit, that was real life.
Well, yeah, but I didn't actually,
Well, no,
I didn't actually ask her if she wanted to go for a.
What are you doing Saturday? Committing suicide.
Existential.
What are you doing Friday?
But coming back, if we may, to Saints' Days.
Mm-hmm.
Saints' Days, countries, patriotism.
Ugh. We've done this before.
Have we?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I said last refuge of the scoundrel. And you went,
well, yes. Well, that doesn't really mean much, does it?
I don't feel patriotic at all.
It's an odd thing, though, isn't it?
Well, it's just stupid.
Just stupid.
Well, it's stupid.
Why has it traditionally been accounted a virtue?
Well, I mean, if you think about it objectively, really, we're just on bits of land. There's no actual Scotland, England. There's nothing like that, is there?
Well, so is it more an ethnic phenomenon?
I don't know.
A tribal phenomenon?
Well, it's very tribal, yeah.
Which
is why I don't dig it, I think. Dig it. Because it's 1969.
Because it's for squares, Daddy-o. Fucking early 60s, that.
Beatnik. But yeah, I don't really get patriotism.
Or even patriotism.
Or even patriotism.
Patriotism. God, it'll be sidewalks and faucets next. Drapes and...
Have you ever said okay?
Sorry?
Have you ever said the words okay?
Oh, now. What now? You're going to try and catch me out.
Well, that's an Americanism, isn't it?
It's an Americanism, isn't it? How do you know?
Because it is. It's in my Brewer's Dictionary of Phrase and Fable.
I doubt that. It is my belief...
Fucking look it up.
It is. I know there was an election in some time in the early 19th century. No, but it's my belief and conviction.
Right. You're wrong.
That it actually derives from the Scottish ochai.
Well, it isn't.
Ochai, and that sort of became ochai. Oh yes, okay.
Right. It doesn't.
Everything's all yes. I believe it may have.
Well,
come
you can
from
believe
that.
what you want, love. You can believe you're a fucking.
What you think it was a misspelling for all correct? That's one explanation. I believe.
No, that's not the explanation.
Oh, but the right explanation, the real explanation.
Well, the one I've read in a textbook.
Oh, textbook, Brewer's Dictionary of Phrase and Fable. I don't know if that counts.
It's a reference book.
Reference book, not a textbook.
Although quite a lot of the spellings that the Americans have were ours originally.
What, labour, honour,
colour? Yeah, we didn't used to spell that with a U.
Did we not? Well, there was a sort of
fall. We used to call autumn fall.
We did.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm assuming that must be because it's sort of got Frenchified colour with a UR.
Well,
maybe.
no, there were in the 18th or 19th century some twat, but a twat with influence.
Yeah. Well, that's, say no more.
The reason we've got the B in the words doubt and debt was because I believe if you go back, and because the standardisation of spelling was sort of going on over a period of 2 centuries or so seems to have finally sort of settled by the late 19th century. This twat, whatever his name was, insisted that because that these words should have their those words should have the B's in because of their Latin derivation. So debit, but debt,
right?
Debitar or something, doubt.
Okay.
So he just willfully made English spelling.
It's just one bloke.
That much more. Well, no, I say one bloke. It may have been
bit of a committee.
That may have been.
That's normally where the bad decisions are made, isn't it?
It may have been several.
Yeah.
Several of them.
Okay. Collar.
Teenager, an American coinage.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
Gotten. Gotten.
Yeah.
That we've long since
haven't
abandoned that.
Yeah.
Although people now
people do say it, don't we?
Well, non-English people.
Yeah.
Gotten. I mean, English people. Yeah, when they've been watching too much bloody American TV.
Which is all TV.
Bloody tear themselves away from the streets of San Francisco or whatever.
When was that last on?
About 1975.
Great. Right, what else you got, Doc?
Well, patriotism.
Hang on, no.
What?
We started on...
Saints.
No, we started on your attraction to contempt. If someone was contemptuous to you in person... You said something, go on, say something profound.
Go on, say something profound.
Well, say something like you were
Come on, entertain me.
Say whatever you were just saying about, Americanisms or whatever.
That's not profound.
Well, just say something. Speak.
The ontological argument is surprisingly persistent, even though it's almost purely abstract.
Duh.
Yeah, well, when you do it, Dave, obviously it doesn't set my loins a quiver, frankly.
Duh.
But I mean, if you were... No, I wouldn't like it
No, you wouldn't like it in life.
In real life.
All right, that's all right.
Unless...
What?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I suppose contempt can be a form of flirting.
No, I don't think so.
Well, pretend contempt.
Pretend contempt, yes.
Like throwing little rolled up pieces of paper at people.
I think this might be where you're going wrong. Is that how you've wooed someone in the past? A sort of form of flirting, I suppose, isn't it?
If an attractive woman started throwing rolled up bits of paper at me, and then pretending she hadn't,
right?
That
would be okay.
And then sort of went.
What about if she was just winging them at your head at full force?
And then she sort of went a bit pretend sullen about it. What? God, you're so boring. But I could tell that she didn't. It was all part of a game. Part of some perverse sexual.
And what would be the weight of the what weight would it turn from playful into harmful? Do you think?
What weight?
Yeah. So paper, that's all right.
Well, no wood. I don't really want pieces of wood. Even small pieces of. Even a small piece of wood, if it went in your eye.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Wood.
Yeah. Wood would be the threshold.
Maybe cardboard could be okay.
Cardboard would be all right. What about if she's throwing a big cardboard box at your head?
If it was a big empty one, so quite light,
but she was
big,
throwing multiple cardboard boxes at your head.
Well, I would feel flattered that she'd chosen me to throw them at, and if it became, I could be a game like if
it depends what the expression on her face was. Right?
If I managed,
if she was sort of giggling,
but
if she was laughing in scorn.
Laughing with one of those smiles where the lips go up a bit too high and you see the upper gum line.
Yeah.
With her head thrown back, that can look quite.
Yeah. As she throws another box at your head.
That can look quite demonic. Yeah, and then the corner of one of the box happens to get me, quite near the eye, and it's there. And then I'd give her a. Yeah, no. I think I shall draw a discreet veil over the rest of it. Of course, George Orwell.
Yes, no. I thought it was Peter Orwell.
Bert Orwell, his lesser-known brother.
Yeah.
Orwell...
Is Orwell.
Orwell argued quite strongly for a distinction between patriotism and nationalism.
Right, okay.
Basically, nationalism is all the bad stuff.
Right.
Belief in superiority, militarism, fascism.
Whereas patriotism is just pride, is it?
Patriotism
of your country's achievements.
Pride, and he claimed largely unconscious.
Right.
Which I don't know for being unconscious.
Some sort of sense of belonging to something good.
Yes.
Right.
But not the same as internationalism or universalism.
No.
I've always, well, not always, but for some years now,
Once.
I've advocated. I'd describe my attitude.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
My basic political attitude is gentlemanly cosmopolitanism.
Right. Okay.
Or GC, as I call it.
Yeah.
The GC party.
I think you get far on that.
I mean, gentlemanly includes women, obviously.
Obviously.
I don't want to exclude anyone.
What's gentlemanly about you?
Well, everything. Well, my manners are impeccable. I never let a grammatical or semantic error go uncorrected.
That's not a good thing.
I know people don't like it. People don't mind it from a gentleman because I've got natural authority.
Idiot.
Well, I thought it's my idea. It's for a travel company.
Yeah.
Organising tours.
Yeah.
I'm mainly the ideas man. I won't be.
You won't actually be doing.
I won't be doing much of the. No, it's called Empire Tours. The idea is you can visit places that were formerly parts of empires.
Right. That's everywhere.
Which is pretty much everywhere. Yeah. But each tour is built around
the Ottoman
focuses
Empire
on
tour.
a particular empire. Yeah, so you could you go on the Roman Empire tour. That's quite a big one. That'd be quite an expensive one.
Yeah.
You could, because you'd go everywhere from Britain to the Middle East to. You could probably go up to the Teutoburg Forest, where they got pushed back by the Germans in 9 AD.
Yeah.
The British, obviously.
Well, that's a lot of places, isn't it?
That's a lot of places. You go to Canada, Australia, South Africa, other bits of Africa.
Yeah.
India, Pakistan, Bangladesh.
Yeah, all the places we destroyed. Yes.
Well, destroyed. I don't know about destroyed. They're still there.
Okay. Carry on.
The French Empire.
Yeah.
I mean, they've had various empires, haven't they?
Yeah, well, parts of Africa, parts of America, one or two.
Dutch.
Yeah.
The Dutch Empire, too.
Yeah.
Isn't there still a Dutch Lesser Antilles? Or Lesser Dutch Antilles?
Possibly will.
Persian.
Yep.
Hittite. That'd be a relatively small one.
Yeah.
That might be an economy tour. The Athenian Empire. If we could find out where that was. It's probably just Athens and a few bits around it. You might have to make some of these things up here, just as long as you didn't get any.
Do you think it might sow a bit of discord and ferment?
Well, there'd be certain parts of it where we'd advise people not to say what sort of a tour they're on. I suppose also with some of these you might attract the wrong sort of.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah,
customer.
Like for fucking skinheads.
If you were going to do, I think you could do a German one, a sort of German 19th century. German one.
Yeah, good.
But then also a Nazi one.
God will.
Well, so that would take in just about the whole of Europe.
I don't think you can do a Nazi one.
It would.
It's not an empire for a start.
Well, what else do you call it?
Well, don't. I don't think the Nazi one should be on your brochure. I'm just saying.
Well, I mean that's the one. Yeah, okay. It might attract you might get your neo-Nazis turning up.
Yeah.
But it might be a good one just to have discreetly. Not mention it in the publicity, but it'd be a good income stream.
Oh well.
What?
Well, but income from who?
Well, neo-Nazis.
Well, you don't want income you don't want income from neo-Nazis.
Well, if they've got less money, then they've got less money to do bad things with, to do neo-Nazi things.
I know, but you're just encouraging them.
Well, not really. Well, it would also be educational. The employees of my travel company would be trained to deny all knowledge of what they were doing. We'd make it very clear in the brochure.
I thought you were going to say my employees would be trained to fucking talk to them and educate them and make them see the error of their ways, not just keep stum so we don't get sued.
Well, yeah,
or in the papers.
They'd be doing that, and we'd be giving them, chances. If you happen to feel any feelings of sympathy towards Nazism, try,
Gaviscon.
Don't express it. Gaviscon.
Don't know. It just sounded like an advert.
The Gaviscon.
If you're suffering from symptoms of Nazism, try Gaviscon.
If you're feeling that Nazism was a great thing, have
Alka-Seltzer.
Yeah.
I think all the other ones are okay-ish. They're still a bit dodgy. I don't think you should do the Nazi one.
Maybe. What about it'd be quite a lot cheaper, the Italian one. The fascist Italian one.
Oh, God, Will.
Because they didn't do much. It'd be basically Ethiopia.
Why on earth did this occur to you? Because someone asked you about empires.
Yeah, and then I had this idea.
Yeah, it's a shit idea.
His reaction was pretty much the same as yours.
Yeah, it's a terrible idea.
Austro-Hungarian Empire.
They're all terrible ideas, Will.
But they're not all controversial.
No, but
just
empires in general is a bit weird, isn't it?
Reviving the idea of
colonialism and
it's
conquering other lands is not great, is it?
But it's it's an awful lot of history.
It is, well, but that doesn't mean you need to make money out of it, does it? I dread to say it, but is Bliss here?
Bliss, yeah, she's here.
Okay, are we going to get some different guests?
When?
I'm slightly sick of Bliss.
Oh, maybe I'll have to keep her to myself.
No. I mean, bring her in, but she gets on my nerves.
Oh, okay.
I'm sick of hearing about her cockamamie schemes. Cockamamie. Not said that for a while.
Cockamamie? I don't even know what it means. It's been far-fetched.
Yeah, rubbish.
Okay.
Half-assed. Hey up, Bliss. Hello, how you doing?
Hello, Dave.
Oh, very good.
I know that it pisses you when people, you get pissed if people call you David. So.
Getting pissed off, yeah.
You get pissed. Oh, you know what they say, we're divided by a common language.
Yeah.
That was Oscar Wilde.
Yeah.
He said some cool stuff.
Right,
Well,
get on with it.
Get on with what, Dave?
Whatever you've come here to talk about.
Well, it's happened. It was inevitable.
Lobotomy?
I've written a book.
Okay. Great. Can't wait.
It's, well...
You've written a book. You've actually written the whole book.
I've written a book. Obviously, I had people helping me with it, but it is my idea, you know.
So it's ghost written.
It's my idea. It's not ghost written. I was there the whole way through the process. It's basic. It's kind of my philosophy. It's a mixture of philosophy, memoir, and basic, no bullshit, straight from the hip, tea.
Tea?
Yeah, you know, tea. Do you not have that expression here? It's just shooting the shade. Well, there's some shade, but there's a lot of tea.
Tea?
Tea.
Like the drink tea?
Yeah. Never mind. Maybe we'll move on from that. But it's all real. It's
Right.
all from the, okay.
Okay.
Now,
Are you going to read from your book?
I spent so much time trying to get the right title.
Yeah.
But I eventually decided on Bliss Out.
Okay.
Because, you
Could
know...
it not be called Bliss is Ignorance? Oh, that would be quite good.
Ignorance is bliss is the actual...
Yeah, I know.
Is the,
Go on, carry on.
It doesn't work the other way around.
No, sure.
But I know, yeah. Okay, so it's called Bliss Out. I'm just going to read you the foreword. It's not...
You've written your own
It's
foreword?
not very long. Yes.
Don't other people normally write those?
Not the way I work.
Okay, go on. Well, other people have written it, haven't they? So go on.
No, they haven't. It's all... The words are mine.
Right, okay.
Don't try to tell me what words are mine, David.
Oh, David, we're back.
The patriarchy's been doing that for millennia. Literally.
Go on.
I'm not going to charge you for this, by the way.
Good. Well, you wouldn't.
Strictly speaking, I ought to. You know.
Well, you don't have to read it.
It's not for free. I think I do.
Okay.
If you're holding this book in your hands, in a store or online, chances are you're thinking...
How could you be holding it in your hands online?
Please don't interrupt.
Sorry, you just occurred to me. Go on. Start again. Go on.
If you're holding this book in your hands, could you be holding a device?
Oh, I see.
Duh.
Okay. Oh, hello. Contempt. If only Will was here. Go on.
You might be...
Yeah.
Real glad you weren't my editor, you know. Don't become an editor. I think that's a career path you would do well to
avoid.
Steer well.
I'll cut that. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
If you're holding this book in your hands, in a store or online, chances are you're thinking, why?
Yeah.
Why did she do this? Why did Bliss Esperanza McKinley create this work? Why did she reach deep inside herself, into her core, into her guts, pull it all out and spread it over these pages or this screen? Is she crazy? Did she do all this for me? And I gotta tell you, the answer is yes. For you. It's yours. So long as you pay for it, of course. I'm not a freaking charity, you know? And you...
I'm quite pleased with that bit, aren't you? Go on.
And you are not a beggar. Believe me, once you've bought this book, you will never have to beg. No way. You know why? Because begging is not fabulous. And you are fabulous. Okay, you may not feel it, not right this moment. You might not look it, You might not live in a fabulous house, in a fabulous neighborhood. You might not have fabulous friends, go to fabulous parties, wear fabulous clothes, jewels, perfume, or hair products. You might not be anybody's idea of fabulous. And you know why? Let me tell you. The answer is in your hands, on your screen. The answer is one payment away. It's your fabulousness, it's your life, it's in your hands or on your screen. Don't throw it away. Get in my car. It's gonna be a ride.
Wow.
You see, you've got to draw the audience in.
Sort of just encouraging them to buy it, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marketing's
Not very nice to
really
beggars, was it? Some of that.
You don't have to beg.
No, but some
That's
people
the
do
whole
have to beg,
point.
don't they?
But they don't. That's my point. If only they could, I don't know, beg a second-hand copy of my book, they
Right.
wouldn't have
That
to
would
beg.
cure their drug addiction problems and all that. Yeah.
So, I mean, this is the first volume. It's
Yeah.
basically my rules for life.
Oh, okay. Is it
So
broken down into sort of chapters or anything?
Yeah.
Sections?
There are 8.
What are they? Can you tell us off the top
I
of your
think
head?
I've already
You've
told you
given
too
them
much
too
of this.
much away,
I don't
okay.
want people taking notes.
No, well,
I don't want people
I'd-
screenshotting it or whatever.
I'd be amazed if anyone did.
Yeah. So, so the whole idea of bliss and bliss out,
Yeah.
the bliss is in you. You
Right.
can get it out.
I see. Okay.
One day, I hope, you know.
Okay. So will there be sequels? You know,
I just said there might be
blister.
there might be more.
Blistering. Nobody's glistening. Something like that. That might work.
No, there's
No puns.
There's bliss in.
Yeah.
There's blissful. Inner,
Blissful. Yeah. Yeah.
inner bliss, outer bliss.
Mm.
Don't bliss it all
You're
away.
taking the bliss. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
So
great.
this is another. It's a new part of my adventure.
Mm.
It's great. Go out and buy it.
God bless.
Don't
eventually,
beg.
maybe. Thanks, Bliss.
That's okay. So
Bliss out.
Sorry.
You can go out now. Thank you.
All right. That's great.
Yeah.
Keep that in. It's
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Comedy gold, isn't it?
Bye.
See ya. Will, you alright, mate? Hey up. You okay, love?
Yeah. It's all right.
Well, yeah.
In your usual temper.
No, I think I was pretty kind.
Yeah. She didn't have that slightly sour look on her face. that
Well,
she
that's
often-
just her
She
expression.
often has after she's been speaking to
Well,
you.
it's just when anyone questions her,
And I
or dares to say this might be rubbish.
and when I smiled at her in passing,
Yeah.
and said "ta-ra," she, I'm sure I heard and muttered "duh."
Oh well, there you go. You must have been absolutely cock a hoop. I would have thought.
Well, I was cock or something.
A spaniel. Excellent.
We do look a bit alike, actually. I
Yeah,
think.
you and Bliss.
Just a bit.
Yeah.
We've got similar noses.
You do, yeah.
Similar.
Yeah.
Well, hers is better. Hers is more symmetrical. She doesn't have one. She doesn't have one nostril sort of going.
Oh yeah, you've got one.
Yes, I've got weird nostrils. Yes. And I'll probably have to get it fixed when my cinema acting career really picks up.
Oh.
Or yeah, I'll just have to be careful not to shoot up my nostrils when I'm meant to be looking heroic.
Yeah, indeed. Try and avoid that. Well, mate, it's
No,
been,
hers
hasn't
is-
it?
hers
It's
is-
been, hasn't it?
It's better. It's what?
It's been, hasn't it?
What's been?
It's been, hasn't it?
It's been what?
It's existed, hasn't it?
What has?
This.
What? What are you talking about? What? What? The entity of
Yeah, us sitting here talking.
it's been?
Yeah.
It's been what?
It's existed. It has been. I was
Yeah.
going to say it's been lovely, but then
Oh,
I
right.
stopped. Fucking hell, painful.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I can't predict.
It's been what?
Sorry, I haven't got
It's been what?
Sorry, I haven't got predictive Dave speak implanted in my brain. Is there an app for it? So when you choose not to say the next word in the sentence, it immediately is apparent to me.
Well, maybe you should get it.
It's been.
It has, yeah. Well,
A blast.
yeah.
Oh.
Well, it's been lovely.
What? What? God help us.
Right, come on then, you little dickhead. Let's get you home. Shall we say goodbye first?
Before what? Oh, first.
Before I fucking shoot you in the teeth, you silly sod. Right.
Where have my instruments gone? Oh,
You put them back in your bag.
Put them back in the bag. It's all right. Okay.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh, God.